at the Apple plant. You know that really cunty commercial where they go, if you don't have an iPhone, then you don't have the iPhone. And I wanted to get an iPhone until I saw those goddamn commercials, and they kept it's the most bizarre advertising. It makes me angry at the iPhone. I never had any anger towards the iPhone or the people who had one. I never gave a shit. I was like, that phone's the shit. I heard it drops calls. I'll wait till it's on Verizon. And then right when it gets on Verizon, and I'm all ready to jump on board, they come up with this na-na-na-na-na fucking cunty shit. Going, if you had an iPhone right now, you could be looking at the inside of your fucking throat and diagnosing your fucking throat cancer before it even happens. But if you don't have the iPhone, you don't have the iPhone. It's like, well, fuck you. I'm sticking with the droid. So anyways, now I read, they just had the 10th suicide at the Apple plant. Now, who's kidding who? We all know that everything that we're wearing, everything that we're using, is made by some 4-year-old making 6 cents an hour somewhere. Well, evidently, these people have had enough. They've had 10 suicides at the Apple plant. Here we go. On the same day that Apple, Dell, Hewlett-Packard promised to look into working conditions at China's Foxconn plant, a 10th worker committed suicide. The death of a 19-year-old male worker. It's too bad. He was like 1 year away from getting his fucking severance pay. Or his, shit, I fucked it up. What the hell do you get it when you do 20 years in the force? Oh, God. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm on my fucking vacation. What the hell? I get my pension. What is that? When you work 20 years on the force? He's only 19. You get it? Because he's been working since he was 2? Oh, Jesus. The death of a 19-year-old male worker also came just after the company's billionaire founder took the media on tour of the sprawling complex in response to accusations from labor groups that workers toiled in sweatshop-like conditions. Oh, hilarious. So then the billionaire shows up. They clean the place up, stick in a water bubbler, and go, see, it's great. And I know what a lot of you fucking heartless cunts are going to say. You're going to say, well, sweatshop labor is necessary. Do you want to pay $8,000 for a laptop? Well, here's my rebuttal. You know what? If the cunt at the top didn't have to make $1 billion a year, kind of like when they were talking to the oil companies. They go, you're projected to make $350 billion. How about you just make $340 billion? Do you have to make that much money? That's the thing. The people at the top are taking way too much fucking money. There's no fucking way that the only reasonable way to make a laptop is to give people such shitty wages that suicide is a better fucking option. And you do it at the fucking plant to make some sort of political statement. There's just no fucking way. How about the people at the top? I mean, once you got $100 million, do you ever need to get another paycheck? I don't understand that. And I'm not saying that the people at the top shouldn't be filthy, stinking rich because they came up with it, but you shouldn't be paying people. There shouldn't be sweatshops, everybody. That's all I'm saying. And what sucks is that we actually came up with unions in this country because of sweatshop-like conditions.
But the unions suck.
But what ended up happening was
the
people in the unions
also
took advantage of it, and with their strength, they became a bunch of slothy douchebags to the point that there's a lot of people who actually have negative views about unions. That's how bad it is in this country.
That's right.
And they're actually excited that they're going to do away with unions.
I hate
a lot of people
unions
want to do
myself.
away with fucking unions rather than reform them. But to do away with them is we're going to end up like these poor bastards in fucking China, sewing shit together and going, you know what, I think I'd rather jump out a fucking window than make another goddamn iPhone. So anyways, it says the company has brought psychiatrists and Buddhist monks to the factory complex to support workers, and now plays soothing music along production lines. Why don't you just fucking pay them? It plans to install 10-foot tall fences to stop workers jumping from buildings, and may give workers a 20% pay raise. This is how tight these fucking rich cunts are. Let's play soothing music and put a fence up. We'll try that first, rather than just giving them more money. What is it? 20% pay raise when you make it 8 cents an hour. And anyways, Foxconn representatives maintain that the increase would not be in response to the suicides, but is being considered because business has been good. Give me a fucking break. So anyway, I had to take my fucking laptop over to this place here in my part of Los Angeles, and I take it over there, and the guy figures out what I need is I needed a new hard drive. So he puts the new fucking hard drive in. So this morning I go to, download all the information I get, all your questions and whatnot, and then make my list of subjects that I might talk about or might not talk about. So I go to open up this fucking, is it program? App? I don't know what the fuck you call it. It's one of the things where you can actually write, you can type some shit on and save it later in like a document. And I open the fucking thing up, and immediately it's just steering me towards this SoundCloud shit. Yeah, we can save it, and then you can have it on all your devices. Have you ever thought about how fucking dumb you are if you're using SoundCloud? I'm not even talking about its convenience. The fact that you're just giving access to your goddamn life to God knows who. You know what? And then you're going to sit around and, I can't believe somebody stole my identity. How did that picture of my dick end up on the fucking internet? It's like, what are you doing? Don't give people access to your photos and your files and all of that shit because of some fucking little kid mentality. Well, what if I lose them? What, do you got a fucking balloon tied around your wrist? That's what you got the backup hard drive for. Put them on there once a week. Just fucking send a few over there. And then if something catastrophic happens to your laptop, you still have 98% of your shit. You got to survive. So, having said that, does anybody know how to disable that fucking goddamn cloud? Fucking weirdo, man. Fucking creep. That's just like some nerd. Like if you looked over and there's just some nerd standing in your window with his black framed glasses, trying to look at all your pictures, trying to see what the fuck you're writing about, trying to see what websites you're on. The whole thing is fucking creepy. You know what's really creeping me out? Is somebody recently is trying to suggest that the camera that's on your fucking laptop is on all the time. And potentially somebody could be watching you or it's recording you or whatever. Where the fuck are they going to save all of that? You know what I mean? Although it does kind of freak me out. I just had a bad week with the technology, everybody. I am so fucking anti all of this shit. And I know I just feel like as convenient as it makes your life, the amount of fucking money it costs and shit crashing, and then you got to upload it and then try to figure out how to use the new shit, and then just more and more trying to figure out, just spy on you. They're fucking spying on you for whatever reason, to try to sell you more toothpaste or to just make sure they got enough dirt on anybody who ever decides to run for political office for the rest of fucking time. Do you realize right now that the next president, right? Not the next president, some president in the future, say some president in 2040 or whatever, right now, is probably getting videotaped jerking off to something, right? And they're going to have all of that fucking information. All the fucking creepy shit you did, all your weird little thoughts, all your insecurities, every fucking thing they need to know about you to keep you in line. I know, everybody thinks this is like paranoid thought. I know, it's not this word J. Edgar. You know how much J. Edgar Hoover would fucking love the cloud? That fucking weirdo. He used to sit there going around Washington trying to just have dirt on everybody. So he could walk up and talk to you and just know shit about you. Who you were fucking, what you were doing, if you were secretly gay or anything. And he probably sat there talking to you, right? The weird look on his face. He'd be like, this guy's just giving me the creeps. Why is this guy giving me the fucking creeps? It's because he knows about your life. And he's so excited about it. He's probably, his fucking dick is probably at half mast as he's talking to you. You know? J. Edgar. You know? And then they try to say that guy who actually was, he used to walk around in a dress all day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't understand it. I don't understand why you would want to walk around in a fucking dress. As a man or a woman. And not really the dress. I can understand the dress. It's like having a bathrobe that doesn't open, right? Wearing one of those fucking things, you know? Having on a smock. I just don't get the shoes. Why the fuck would you want to wear? I mean, they look good. They look good when the ladies prance around in them. But why the fuck would you? Why anybody in their right fucking mind would want to walk around in your tippy toes the whole goddamn day? Fucking up your back is beyond me. And you would think that if you're a dude, you're like, oh, good, I don't have to wear that shit. To go out of your way to actually wear it, you know, why would you do that to yourself? You know, I gotta go and dress up like a woman, but wear some flats, J. Edgar. You know, you're gonna fucking slip a disc. You're not exactly in shape. Let me scroll. Oh wait, McDonald's. Hey, did you guys see McDonald's is closing some? McDonald's had to start closing some stores. Did I already talk about this? I can't fucking remember. I was talking the other day how our food supply has basically become poison, and I got a couple people sending me, "Hey Bill, care to send me some links to some of your research you did?" I understand. I'm worthy of that criticism, but also, if you're really going to sit there and try to tell me that I'm not at least half right on how fucked up our food supply is right now, all right, I'll give you this right now. I'll cite this source. When I was a kid, a chicken was like maybe 1 or 2 weight classes above a fucking pigeon, and I'm not talking about a Cornish hen, all right? Some little fucking partridge. I'm talking about a full-size adult chicken that lived a whole life, accomplished its dreams before it got its head fucking lopped off. Now, like, chickens look like Mark McGuire in 1998. They're fucking gigantic. They're like turkey juniors. So, like, what are the chickens doing now? Huh? They hitting the gym? Sorry. They're doing dips. Drinking some protein shakes. Give me a fucking break. Give me a fucking break. I don't trust anything, and that does not make me somebody with a tinfoil hat on. It makes me fucking smart. I love how the cigarette people for years sat there and they're like, I don't think nicotine is addicting. Then they passed to another guy, I do not think nicotine is addicting. According to my studies, nicotine is not addicting. They all knew it was. They didn't give a fuck. All right, but that's what they hitched their wagons to, so they continue to lie. You look at the fucking bankers that lie at that level. Everybody lies at that fucking level. Everybody lies in general, right? Forget about when there's a bunch of money, whores, and power involved. Right? Food is no different. Why would you trust those cunts? You know? I don't know. But you know what? Go ahead and do it. Have at it. For as much as I sit here and bitch moan and complain about it, I actually tried to eat like totally farmer's market, all of that stuff. It was practically impossible. First of all, you go down to the farmer's markets, and the big farms, they're already in there, and they just can legally have, like, you know, their fucking products called, homegrown Eddies, you know, and that's just the name of some giant corporation that's got, you know, God knows what in their fucking food, right? And when I actually went to this farmer's market, I was like, I wanted to buy a chicken that it was just a fucking chicken, right? I didn't want to buy, who's that guy who fucking ran that race and beat Carl Lewis? The Ben Johnson. I didn't want the Ben Johnson fucking chicken, you know? And this guy had all these things. They always say they were organic, all say they were natural, and I pointed at each one of them. I forget the question I was supposed to ask. I learned it in this documentary and asked, and the guy shook his head no. Went to the next one, shook his head no. I said, where is one that just was a fucking chicken and ate what chickens ate in the 1920s? And he goes, all the way down there. And I looked at it, and I was like, that's a fucking chicken? And he goes, yeah. That's what they look like when you don't fucking... when they don't have the same workout program as Lyle Alzado. Right? So, whatever. Don't listen to me. Don't give a fuck. Laugh at me. Think I'm a fucking moron. But just realize you're not a fucking scientist either. Wait a minute. I forgot to bring this up. Do you guys know that one of my fantasies is coming true this week? No, it's not reading copy correctly. There's 2 bankers being put to death in Vietnam.
this up here. Death. Vietnamese banker sentenced to death for fraud. Here we go. This is what should have been happening in this country in 2008. Like, it already should have, like, there should have been like, at least 100 bankers dead. You know what you should do is, like, smother them with cash. No, what you do is you tie them to the mast of their yacht or their sailboat, right? And then you put a bunch of cash at their feet, all the cash that they stole, just light it on fire, right? Like Jonah, fuck it out. Let me see if I can find where the fuck is it. Here we go. Yahoo Free News. Let's go here. A Vietnamese former banker and his business associates have been sentenced to death for their part in the embezzlement of $25 million. State media has reported. $25 million and you get the goddamn death sentence. All right? So I figured that the people at AIG, they ought to have, like, what happened to William Wallace at the end of Braveheart. Whatever that fucking thing is.
Okay.
Where they just pull out your fucking entrails.
Let me just pause,
like machete.
Bill.
The pair were among 11 defendants in the 9-day trial in Ho Chi Minh City.
Okay, I am ready. Are y'all ready? So that's about 15 minutes. I had already made my coffee and stuff like that. So, on with the show. I'll see y'all in a little bit. Bye.